Swerve up on that scene. Hop out engine looking clean.
Alright, what's up guys, Poison here. We're back. We are continuing on where we left off from yesterday's video. Today is still Friday. We are moving on. This video is coming out on Tuesday. Let's keep the game going. We defeated Rin. Is she even in our thing? No, but we're gonna keep going with Hokage just because she's not, I don't want to say she's the best character ever, but she's the best character in this group of characters. So we're gonna keep playing. We just gotta, you know, keep on with the story. Today, like I said, it's Friday, the day after Halloween. Today is November 1st. Nothing really much to talk about, if I'm gonna be completely honest. And you know what? A lot of videos are gonna be like this because not every video is gonna have a topic. I'm sorry, guys. You know, to get videos out, I'm not always gonna have a topic. Unfortunately, it sucks. I wish I can have a topic all the time, but just every once in a while, there's gonna be a topicless video, and today might be one of them. I might bring like one point or something to talk about, but other than that, there's not gonna be like a whole lot of discussion going on because, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have a topic. It's not. You know, it is important to have a video with commentary, but you can't always have a topic. And I really didn't plan on coming in and being like, oh, we're going to come in and we're going to record and we're going to talk about X or we're going to talk about Y, you know. I really didn't think that far. I literally just woke up and was like, oh, I want to record. I need to record, you know. I've left you guys in the dark for a week with no explanation. When there were supposed to be videos up and there just were no videos at all. And like I said in yesterday's video, I'm sorry guys, you know, time last week when I was supposed to record and all that just didn't work out. And then what happened Monday of last week? Something happened Monday of last week and I was not able to record. And I just can't recall what happened Monday. But yeah, pretty much my time Monday was non-existent. I think I might have slept in too much because I had work the previous day at Levi's, so I might have just, like, you know, been too tired to even want to record. And, you know, by the time I was fully up, it was already, you know, like 3 o'clock. I had to go for Karina, and then after Karina I went directly for my girlfriend because now she has a new schedule for work, so she gets out an hour early. So I literally went from Karina straight to my girlfriend to go pick her up from work. So yeah, last week was not the best time. You know, and I'm like lightweight considering do I even want to talk about this subject, but I guess this is the perfect segue into this topic is change. You know, change. That's such a weird thing, you know. I don't know how to start this off. I guess one thing I'm gonna say is no matter how you are now, let's be honest, you're not going to be the same way the way you are now, you're not going to be the same later on in life. So give me one second, let me let the dogs out. So let's be honest, everyone changes, everyone. Some for better, some for worse. I have changed for the better. When I first started YouTube, I was still in school, and this was my second senior year. So I've said it multiple times, I was a super senior. I got held back senior year because I needed a bunch of credits. With me, the past few years, the credits were going bad. I remember when I was in the hospital back in 2011, that fucked up my score. Like, that fucked up my grades and everything, and I lost a bunch of credits. And then coming back that whole year, back in 2011, it was not a good year. That year, I was still learning my diabetes, and I was not in school a lot, or I wasn't paying attention. So my grades were terrible, but they were good enough to where I still graduated from, what was I, 10th grade into 11th grade, or 11th? No, 9th into 10th or 10th into 11th. Either way, my grades were bad, but they were still good enough to be like, hey, look, you're moving on to the next grade, but, you know, you got to build up these credits. So I'm like, okay, that's fine, you know. So I did, and pretty much I kind of suffered a little bit until fucking I was, you know, second senior. I was a super senior, pretty much. Held back, and it's like, all right, I need to do this, you know. And my second senior year was actually quite fun, compared to my first year. You know, I started, you know, just being more out there and doing shit that I normally never did. I never participated in Spirit Week and all that. I was, honest to God, throughout high school until, once again, my second senior year, I was a straight up asshole. I was a dickhead. I was a fucking, you know, quote unquote Satanist, Satan worshiper, just to fucking toy with people. Like, you know, I was not really a good person, but just moving on, you know, I've changed a bit. And, you know, my girlfriend has noticed a change because she's known me pretty much my whole life. And she sees me now and she still, like, doesn't really believe the way I act. She's like, no, you're not real. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, this isn't the you I know. I'm like, well, I understand that, but isn't it good that I've changed? She's like, well, yeah, it's not bad, but this just isn't you in a sense. And I'm like, well, yeah, we all change. And she's like, she's telling me like how a bunch of people still hate me from school. And I'm all like, okay, they hate the old me. They don't really, like, yeah, I'm still an asshole, but it's like, I'm not an asshole for no reason. I control myself, you know? I'm not out there fucking starting shit with people anymore like I used to. And, you know, she was telling me, she's like, oh yeah, so-and-so still hates you from how you were in school. I'm like, okay, well, they don't know me anymore, you know? And I'm literally thinking about this. I'm like, dude, honestly, even my closest friends in high school, they don't know me anymore because we all change. You know, I'm more caring. I'm a lot nicer now, you know? I'm not a fucking as much of a dickhead for no reason. I can still be a dickhead, but it's like, I feel there's got to be a reason for me to be like that, you know? I'm not just going to be like, oh, fuck you, I hope you die, like the way I used to. And this has been on my mind since last night. And it's been on my mind for a while, but last night is when it came back to mind. So, my girlfriend has a few friends, and they keep asking her to hang out, but they don't want me to hang out with them. And I kind of get it, you know. I asked my girlfriend, in the beginning of our relationship, it kind of hurt me, because I'm like, I'm trying to spend time with her, and she's over here making plans with other people. And when I would ask, hey, can I hang out too? Instantly, she would say no. We've already talked about this. She's told me down low, so I don't get, you know, it doesn't bother me anymore, because now I understand. But, you know, she was telling me, like, how a couple of friends are asking her to come smoke with them. And I'm like, oh, can I come? Because, you know, I'm a smoker now. I enjoy smoking. She's like, no. And I asked her, you know, recently, I'm like, why not? She's like, well, the reason I don't want you hanging out with this person is because they don't like you. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, you know, Zach doesn't like you. That's all I'm going to say. She's like, Zach doesn't like you. You know, Zach hates you from the way you were in school. I'm like, okay, am I still like that though? She's like, well, no. I'm like, yeah, you see, I've changed, you know? I guarantee if they were to meet me now, they would fucking not have the same feelings towards me. But the reason this came back to mind is because yesterday, which was Halloween for me, a few days ago for you guys last Thursday, you know, on Halloween, we went trick-or-treating with her sister, and, you know, it was up in Roseville pretty much, and we went to this haunted house there, and Zach ended up hearing Mackenzie's voice and was like, what are you doing here? And, you know, whole down low, and then as we were leaving the haunted house, we fucking, Zach came out with his girlfriend, or fiance, my bad, I don't fucking know. Like, honestly, you know, they're not showing me respect, and this is where I'm saying, I'm still a dickhead. You don't show me respect, fine, I'm not gonna show you respect. Pretty much, you know, Zach was like, just like, gave me the cold shoulder, and I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, pretty much, you know? And, fucking, as we were leaving, like, the little haunted house area where Zach was, he, like, said over, oh, you better take care of her, she's drunk. I'm like, yeah, I fucking am taking care of her. Like, you know, like, I get it, joking around. Like, his fiance said it joking around, like, haha, make sure she doesn't fall, you know, keep her safe. But then Zach straight up being a dickhead with my response to me. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, fuck you. You still hate me, all right. Once again, you don't know me, but you still hate me. And then, as we were leaving the haunted house, Zach came out with his fiance, and they were, you know, they were talking to Mackenzie. Mackenzie was giving him hugs. And Zach's fiance said bye to me. Zach didn't. Zach instead went into Mackenzie's ear and started whispering something. And I'm like, oh, cool. You're really going to want to start shit between us. And I'm like, you know, Mackenzie said, oh, I have a lot of friends who don't like you, you know. But their opinion isn't going to change me. I'm like, and I tell Mackenzie all the time, look, here's what I'm going to say. I'm not here for your friends. I'm not here for your family. I'm here for your happiness. If I could win their happiness, that's cool. But on the real, I'm not here for them. I'm here to make you happy. That's my only fucking goal. I don't care if your family or friends don't like me. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters to me. Obviously, you know, you'd be happy if your family liked me too. But like I'm saying, on the real, straight up, I'm not trying to win them over. I'm trying to win you over. And it's like, yeah, I've already won you over, but I'm trying to keep you happy. I don't really care if they like me or not. Just gonna be upfront with it. You know? And, it's just like, it really made me think like, wow, this person is really still mad at me for whatever I did as a kid. Here's the thing too, the stupid part. I know Zach from elementary school. I don't know him from high school. So it's like, whatever I did in elementary school, that's been 15 years. You're still holding on to that. One, I don't remember what I did back then. I'll tell you this. I was not as much of an asshole in elementary school as I was in high school. Trust me, you want to see asshole me? You should meet me in high school, not elementary school. I was still a good kid back then. But it's just like, you know, I was just thinking about this all night. I'm like, wow. Like, I even asked Mackenzie at the end. I'm like, what did they whisper in your ear? She's like, oh, I don't know. Or at the end of the night, because I didn't want to bring down the moment right there, and you know, because we were having fun. I didn't want to, you know, ruin the moment of us having fun. So I asked her at the end, like, what did Zach say in your ear? She's like, oh, I don't know. I'll have to ask him later. I'm like, oh, okay. But you know, it's like, dude, for real, we all change. There's no point in fucking. Ah, fuck, that person's gone. You know, it's like we all change. Is there really a point in, you know, being a dickhead for no reason? Like, there's someone else that goes, it's like, I know Mackenzie's ex hates me, but I'm like, okay, whatever. You don't fucking matter to me at all. Why are you still around, you know? Type shit. But it's like, a lot of people like me too. I've discovered, I've only met her family a few times. They all fucking like me. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but that's hella weird. Like, I just act myself. I'm not trying to impress anyone, you know. And then all of her coworkers and friends like me. I guess one of her coworkers is jealous because Mackenzie's in a happy relationship with me, and I guess like the person she's trying to get with isn't treating her right. So like she gets jealous of Mackenzie. I'm like, oh well, I'm sorry to keep it 100, Chief. That sounds like a personal fucking problem, you know. You shouldn't be mad at Mackenzie because she found someone who actually likes her and, you know, treats her right. So, you know, last night while Mackenzie was drunk and a little high, I didn't really get super high. I got a little high while we were trick-or-treating, but enough so by the time we were done, I was sober enough to drive home. But Mackenzie was drinking, it was a little high, and we were talking with her sister, and she's like, oh yeah, I got a box thrown at me today. And her sister's like, what? She's like, oh yeah, so-and-so threw a box at me, and it was like, her sister was like, why would she throw a box at you? She's like, oh, she's jealous of David. I'm like, wait, what? She's like, yeah, she's jealous because, you know, he treats me right and, you know, she doesn't have a good relationship like this. I'm like, oh, that's a huge her problem. Like, sorry, not to be a dickhead. And it's like, I've met her multiple times. I'm like, she seems like a good girl. Like, you know, me personally, I wouldn't dare. She's not my type. Like, not in a bad way, but it's like, honestly, I've met her. It's like, I don't know. I don't think we could make this work. Even if I tried, I'm sorry, I don't think it would work. But it's like, you know, she seems like a good girl. She just has to make sure she finds the right person. That's how it is with a lot of people. And you know what? That leads me into Thursday's topic. So, people who I know could be in a good relationship if they really try. So, guys, I will see you next time. Have an awesome day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.